Hello everyone, my name's Rituro, and this is My Life in Silver League. That's right, it's me and Eolan. Don't let the name fool you. It is me and Eolan back. We are in 2v2 again. Unfortunately, we did our placement match and landed in bronze, so that is unfortunate. It is a TTVPP. Oh, I said PP. Oh, darn. Anyway, it's going to be a 2v2 TVP, you think of it that way, on Crooked Maw. Crooked Maw, oh my goodness, this map, I tell you. The 4 natural expansions are all high yield and they're all rocked. The 2, I guess you'd call them logical naturals, are above, but there's only one, and the second is rocked off. It's a crazy, crazy map, and look at this proxy right out the gate from Sergeant Cooper, one of our opponents, the other opponent being Mirage. Very nice indeed. Sergeant Cooper Mirage going for it here. Now, seeing Devil Protoss, I believe over comms, I did say to Eolan, hey, maybe we should check for proxies. Unfortunately, we did not do it nearly early enough to catch this right out the front door. So this tells you what all you need to know about this map. You can get proxies up so fast, running right out the front door here. Quick standard pylon there by Mirage, getting his supply up. Unfortunately, Sergeant Cooper will be supply capped. So while he does have the proxy, he will be blocked, which is very unfortunate. However, I do have my barracks up and running here. At least the construction is started as Eolan gets his double supply depot play here. Now, this isn't going to be just any proxy. This is going to be the proxy gateway rush. No warp in here. It's going to be the good old-fashioned bring them in. Don't warp them in. Just recruit them in. I do a scout here, and this is where I begin to suspect something. I see one gateway. I see one pylon. All the SCVs come up the line, which is not necessarily theirs. I'm not getting anywhere close to them. And then I see no tech. I see no tech for Sergeant Cooper, and I immediately know, oh no, it's a proxy play. Now, we don't know that this is happening yet, but I guarantee you I know something is up. I've seen enough proxy by this point that I know something crazy is up, so Eolan and I know, okay, we gotta get up and running faster, sooner than later. Second gateway on the net for Sergeant Cooper. He is not fooling around at all. First gateway is done. First Zealot could pop out the front door at any moment here if they wanted. Is forced to actually cancel that gateway to get the probe out. Unfortunate. Goes with the Forge instead to get the cannons. Here comes the first Zealot, chrono boosting the Zealots out, because why wouldn't you when you're doing a proxy rush? Meanwhile, first Marine is on the field. My SCV scouts the low ground, sees nothing. Eolan goes up and scouts now, looking at the front here, and this, I think, reveals the proxiness. Oh yeah, it definitely reveals proxy. And there is the Zealot with his shimmering side blades, and oh dear, run Eolan, run. We now know the proxy is on. At which point, it's all hands on deck here. The SCV scouting one more time here, as Mirage actually playing this game pretty standard here. 1 gateway, 2 gateway, Cyber Core, Forge, so he's playing the normal game while his partner does the crazy macro. Going for the bunker here is Eolan. Unfortunately, SCV will get chopped down immediately. Now, the Marine here will try and kite the Zealot down, and in a little bit of coordination here, we try and get the Zealot to move around. The kite is pretty darn good. The kite's pretty darn good, and down goes the Zealot. Unfortunately, here come the cannons on the high ground. That should take care of this bunker, which will not be completed in time as we look for that probe. We have to go for the probe, but here comes the Zealot. We know we've got to stop this rush. We've got to stop this proxy. The Zealot will go after the SCV. That's fine by me. It's just empty supply at this point if we get rushed. Up come the SCVs from Eolan to try and get this bunker up and running. Try and get these these photon cannons down. Oh, but it's one has completed. Down goes one cannon. All right, that's not so bad. We know that the pylon is the key to all this, but the probes instead. Oh, they go for the cannon. They stop attacking. Oh no! Horrible miss micro there. That unfortunately makes things even tougher than they need to be. As here come Mirage with the supporting Zealots running straight up the front door to clean this out and support his partner. I realized very quickly that no, I cannot jump inside my allies' bunkers, which is very unfortunate. Eolan has thrown away all of his SCVs. He has absolutely nothing left. He does not think to salvage the bunker, and things are going pretty horribly here. So at this point, I realized, okay, he's got 450. He's still in this game. He just needs an SCV. At this point, I realized, all right, I gotta get back in this game. I gotta try and do some crazy, crazy micro here, and then I lose 2 Marines immediately. Question is, can the crazy micro actually work? No, it cannot. However, crazy micro is, I still have Marines coming in production here. I got my 3rd barracks on the way, so I know that even though we are being rushed, I cannot let my production slip. Meanwhile, Sergeant Cooper has actually slipped his production a bit. He's still floating plenty of minerals that could be used for more Zealots Instead, he's only now getting his pylon down in front of Eolan's command center as the Marines try their best to kite here. The SCVs will go off the line to save themselves, and just as the Marines manage to get over there, the Zealots realize, wait a minute, something's going wrong here. Down goes one Zealot, and there is the bunker. In go the Marines. The Zealots will try and chop this down, and the SCV actually helping out here. And the SCV and the Mule being dropped. The Zealots break away instead of going for it as the Proxy pylon goes down here, and the rush has been blunted, at least for the time being. Meanwhile, 3 Zealots still carving things to pieces here, going for Eolan's very minimal and meager economy. Oh, it's bad times to be a GrumpyMonk. And instead, out will come the Marines. They will try and harass here, trying to bait out as they go straight for the SCVs, as you should in a situation like this. Once again, more pylons coming down here. 1, 2, 3. But the problem is I have bunkers, and I'm not afraid to jump inside them and shoot you to pieces. The Mule and the SCV doing their job there. 4th barracks, I'm running here, and I have a reactor on one of them, not even pausing to get add-ons onto either of these, knowing full well it is much more important for me to get units on the field than it is to waste time building. I mean, I am, I could use some more. Certainly, I could use some more SCVs right now. Every single unit is going towards Marines back at home here. 3 more gateways on the way. I say back at home, and Sergeant Cooper not letting up here on this Proxy. 3 more gateways on the way here, and no warp gate tech on the way. It's all gateways, no Cybernetics Core back at home. 2 gateways here from Mirage, make it a 3rd Forge, and a Cybernetics Core up and running here. They do have some static defenses, so they won't be able to run through just yet, and the warp gate is done. Meanwhile, speaking of Stalkers, Mirage is bringing in the big guns here. The SCV's not able to do anything about it. 1 pylon brought down, 1 more still standing. But the question is, can I bait these Stalkers? I think at this point, Eolan needs to lift this command center off and get out of harm's way. However, I will kite everyone back towards the double bunker, and the Stalkers go for it. Not the best decision at all. They're throwing away resources. However, what's not a throwaway here is the fact that all of these cannons are coming online now. I know as well as anybody that the first thing to do is to take down the pylons and shut these things down. Here comes the Zealot, though, to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm throwing away Marines on the faint hope that I can get that pylon down. First things first, though, we gotta burst the Zealot down. I will lose Marines in the process. Not possible. I figure, well, they're gonna die anyway. Get that Zealot down if I can. The pylon, oh, it's gonna stay. Oh, 2 hit points. The Zealot stays up. The pylon stays up. 3 cannons stay up. Now, thinking here, good thing here by Eolan, get the commands that either go to the high yield. Yeah, it's long distance mining, but hey, do what you got to do. I'm realizing that, hey, wait a minute. They're just hitting us with basic gateway troops. And they got cannons. Why haven't I built a factory? Siege tank, good unit, very good unit. Up the front door comes the army here as Eolan lifts off his barrack. However, once again, this is not the best play here by Sergeant Cooper or Mirage, going straight for the bunkers. 1 bunker goes down, it's not a bad bust, but the problem is there's a 2nd one still firing on all these Zealots, and the Marines are doing a fantastic job of kiting the army back. 2 Stalkers are not going to bust down any Marines anytime soon. Only now is production coming in off the back of this by Sergeant Cooper. The Stalkers are dead, the Marines are still alive. I still have 4 barracks. And I am now getting my stim back up running. Marauders on the way now, providing a little more beef to go with the Marines. 3 more Stalkers, constant warping of troops. So the problem is I am doing a constant supply of troops as well as I move this barracks back to a safer location. Not a bad idea here. As I bring the Zealots back towards the fun part of the map, that being the part with the bunkers, trying to get the kite there with the Marauder, and indeed I do manage to get a little bit of kite, not much, can get back a little bit better. 1 Zealot almost down here, focusing down the Stalkers one time as they go for the supply depot, which will fall. However, I've managed to once again blunt this army while Eolan tries to cover, and while this is happening, this is the smart play, go up the tech tree as fast as you can. Mirage is providing the tech here, Void Rays on the way. Still the 4 Stargates, still a massive Zealot top here. Well, I guess 4 isn't really a mass, but it's getting there. 3 more on the way, that'll be 7 Zealots ready to charge down here into this contain. More cannon rushing going on here for Sergeant Cooper, as he has now a pylon that even better pylon. Now I know I gotta take this thing down before these cannons come online, and I do manage to get a good angle here, and down will go the pylon. And out come the Zealots to play. Zealots, you don't want to do that. I say right now, Zealots, you do not want to do that. You don't want to do that, Zealots. I got a siege tank here, and it's not happy to see you. It's not happy. And up the siege tank. Bam! Goes the first shot. And down go the Zealots. vaporized by the combined artillery. For some reason, I target the tech lab. I'm not sure why I did that there. Anyway, down goes that cannon. New cannon coming online here, a new pylon coming online here, just to repower those cannons. The problem is I still have all this ability to kite Sergeant Cooper, falling for it here. Not good micro there at all, which has really been our saving grace here. As it looks like these are actually units that are being controlled here. These unit control has been shared as Sergeant Cooper is controlling Mirage's troops. Well, there you go. However, the Void Ray has arrived, one Void Ray at a time. It's not much, but it is enough. That will take down this siege tank, which is great. And however, bad news for Void Ray, my stim be done. And if my stim be done, down go your Void Ray. Once again, the pylon and phantom go down. We are slowly but surely chipping away at this contain. Only still forced a long distance mine is Eolan, but he is staying in this game. He's got his barracks, he's pumping up Marines and SCVs as fast as he possibly can. I'm actually fairly saturated in this base here. I have my 4 barracks, they are pumping up as fast as I can. I got siege tanks on the way here. And now Orbital is on the way for Eolan. Excellent work there. Meanwhile, another pylon coming to Sergeant Cooper. I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, right? Problem is, 4 gateway and nothing on the back of it. I mean, it's a cannon rush, sure, great, but I got tanks, and I can outrange you every day of the week. Meanwhile, doing my friend a solid here by busting down these rocks so we can get much more efficient mining on the go here. Rocks have been busted. And now a little more room here for Eolan to get that command center into a more favorable location. Meanwhile, this probe is still alive. The probe is still alive. I want the probe to die. And down will go the attempted warpins of all of those, what are they called? Photon cannons. There we go. I know what units are called. Sure I do. Meanwhile, the mass zealot against siege tank army with stim. Meanwhile, the Void Ray comes in on a back angle here. Great surround here. Problem is, siege tank is right beside a bunker. The bunker don't care. Bunker don't care. And these zealots will be liquefied quickly. However, this Void Ray goes right to the undefended part where Eolan is. That's what you want to do, and overcome the Marines to try and help out those SCVs before they get liquefied. Now, I'm actually doing a very poor job of migrating here. I should be moving around here, not taking the short way, take the middle route so that I can intercept. However, the Marines do manage to surround here. Sergeant Cooper could push in here. He could advance, but it looks like he's busy focusing entirely on getting more gateways. Call it a Proxy 7 gate, because why not? Why not Proxy 7 gate? Just, you know, why not? It's a fun thing to do. Meanwhile, my scan reveals not much of anything else going on here. There we go. I reveal that, and only that. I see no DTs. I see only what I need to see, and that is zealots and a pylon and a whole bunch of cannons. It's something that a siege tank should be able to take down, as this Void Ray is being very much a jerk here. So I try to get missile turrets up and running here, have the engineering bay going, no upgrades to it as of yet. That will change here, though I am beginning to realize that I absolutely need to get some units on the field here. Here comes the stim as I run in the Marines. That will burst down the Void Ray. Now, question is, can he only get over to that supply depot and save it? He can! Good job there by the SCV. Stellar work there, SCV. Meanwhile, here come the tanks in pom-pom mode here. Now they siege up. Bit of a risky move here. A lot of splash damage, and of course the Zealot are in range to hack them to pieces. However, the tanks survive, and that's good for me because now I'm like, all right, I got tanks, I got a Bala army. Up goes the stim, and everything just melts away. Down goes 1 pylon, down go 2 pylons. Cannons, I don't care for your cannons anymore. And down go the Zealots. 3 more on the way here, and suddenly this Proxy, it ain't looking too hot. It ain't looking too hot. Now, there's a good army being built up here by Mirage. 3 gate, 2 Stargate. That's pretty good, but I mean, still only on the 1 base. Only just now expanding, not bothering to bust down the rocks, which you could totally do with this army. This army could be busting down the rocks while it waits to ball up. However, it will now move out and provide some assistance to try and help Sergeant Cooper with this 7 gate all Zealot Proxy. But there are siege tanks on the low ground. I have no medevacs to heal this army up, so I'm relying purely on scans here and superior micro, which is not really a great thing for me to rely on. If you've watched any episodes here of My Life in Silver League, here come the Void Rays! Oh, it's gonna be good times. It's gonna be times. However, is that it? Did the probe die? The probe finally dies. A shot from the siege tank takes it out before it dies. Here come the Rays trying to focus down the Void Rays, and they will indeed do so. The Marauders backing up, trying to provide some cover here. They will not be able to do so, and the Zealots clean them up. The stim to run and kite is not a bad idea. As they continue to fight, the bunker is still up and running and has 2 turrets beside it. just in case any Void Rays get any funny ideas. Meanwhile, with the probe finally gone, you could build more probes, Sergeant Cooper. I guess not. Eolan finally trying to get back in the game here. However, there is a Void Ray and a Zealot stopping him from reacquiring this base. Here comes there's the cancel. Smart play there to stop him from dying. However, the Mass Marine will take down the Zealot and the Void Ray. And there are more, though. Of course there are more. Why wouldn't there be more? No micro necessary, because why bother? Kites them right back into the bunker. Here comes the tank. Great timing on the reinforcements, and down go the Zealots. Suddenly, suddenly, it's looking pretty good here. This Siege Tank and Marauder sitting at the front door here, just keeping an eye on anything. Marines being pumped up as fast as I can make them. 6 Marines at a time now, and a Siege Tank saving all the gas I can to get those tanks on the field. Marauders are nice, but they don't counter Void Rays, which is what I need to do right now. Meanwhile, the Zealots, they're still here. Slowly running out of minerals, actually, is Sergeant Cooper. Focusing so unilaterally on this Proxy game. It's Proxy or nothing at this point from Sergeant Cooper. But the problem is he is dealing with a case of extreme Proxy defense. Although, poor micro there by Eolan, every single Marine gets carved to pieces. Could have kited those Zealots back, and thankfully, that is why we have Stim, that is why we have Siege Tanks. Down goes, they try to go after they actually don't target the building SCV, which may not be the smartest plan here. And they go after the one trying to build the missile turret. They will halt temporarily the missile turret construction, but there is still one up and running. More importantly, this command center will complete. Eolan is back in the fight. My partner in this fight has his economy back in the swing of things as Sergeant Cooper commits completely to this game. This crazy Proxy game. Here come the Zealot Void Ray. Now, meanwhile, I'm trying to scout over here. I've actually busted down the rocks. I get a decent angle here. This is not a bad surround, and the Void Rays realize they need to go after the Marines in a hurry. And I get one down and some of the Zealots. Just isn't enough. Unfortunately, I am completely mined out. The SCV's forced to long distance mine here. Thankfully, the Zealots don't think that, hey, maybe I should cripple his economy. Maybe I should do that. Instead, they walk right back into that same kill point. This bunker, if bunkers could have kills, I swear this thing would be like a Lance Corporal Major General right now. But they don't, and instead all the credit goes to the Army. So, the Army. Meanwhile, a probe has finally been returned. Now instead of, say, busting down this pylon and building a base, Sergeant Cooper has opted to go all in and build 2 more gateways. Because, you know, why? Why mine more, really? Instead, this will allow me to walk up the front door, drop some scans out, get down that pylon. Unfortunately, that's Cannon getting the last laugh. And ran out of sight. Oh, darn. Not to worry, though, I do have combat. Actually, Eolan, I'm sorry, has combat shields and stim on the way here, so he's getting up his tech. I do have shields and stim already. At long last, we are completely mined out here, and everyone is now transferring over to the highlight expansion where I am forced to completely redo all my mining operations, which is unfortunately where Mirage will appear. And this Mirage is very real. The Mirage is real. It is oh so real. And suddenly, my command center is in a heap of trouble here. I will lift off. I will make sure SCV can safely leave. They will actually double back here, and instead of living their high yield hill, will try and keep the CC alive. They know this thing has to stay alive. I need to stand a chance. The siege tank backs off, and in comes the ball of Marines trying and save the day here. Actually, Sergeant Cooper taking over from Raj's units here, helping with his micro, as now this massive, I don't even know what you call this shared high yield resource expansion, double minings. Okay, this I'm gonna say is a bad idea. I'm just gonna say right now, this is not a good idea, but it's I mean, this base completely uncontested, could easily expand there, could knock down the pylon there and expand. But nope, committing to denying resources more than mining them. And over here, actually good job here by the Void Rays to get into the main line here, but all they find is the occasional gas mining SCV and some supply depots. Not exactly something you are going to win the game with, and in comes the Void Ray to try and poke. Not a good idea. Down come the mules. As I believe there's 2 of the SCVs that get back to work, and they will. He's just gonna sit there and get his shield back. I guess he will, because meanwhile, this army decided, you know what, we're not gonna wait. We're gonna get up this and get to work. However, not to be denied, Mirage has done the correct thing and gone up the tech tree. He has fully peaked away, which means carriers and tempests. Oh, or perhaps even go mothership. He might actually make a mothership core and bring in the mothership. You just don't know. However, Unfortunately for him, what I do know is that this missile turret is complete. Take down one SCV, one more will take its place. Now, interestingly enough, I do not have high-tech auto-tracking. I could very easily do it here. The Void Ray opted to go mano a mano with the missile turret. I would not bet on the Void Ray. I really would not. Meanwhile, Raj doing the right thing here and expanding now that the rock's been busted down from right here. Great idea here. And can I go ahead and go straight into mining? Pylon is down. Could very easily start mining this base out and get his resources up. However, unfortunately, Eolan spots it just as it completes, and this will fall, denying a precious expansion to Mirage. Finally, the siege tanks doing what they do best, sieging. This photon cannon is not long for this world. As Eolan knocks down the Nexus, here comes the army to chase, and it's a Zealot. Zealot Void Ray is pretty good. But the Marines, if micro properly, could make even more out of this. Instead, Eolan opts to just stick and then run. Oh, stutter step. Come on, buddy, stutter step. This Zealot is just crying out to be Zorched. Oh, no. It's not going to happen. However, he does manage to kite the army all the way back to my waiting siege tanks who make the Zealots fly. Zealots fly, and goodbye. And with that stim on board, bursting down the Void Rays, who opt to go for my mineral line. Not smart. Not a smart play. Oh, do not fight missile turrets, we will win. Meanwhile, Sergeant Cooper, still committing to this all-zealot proxy rush here, has gone to this pretty hardcore. However, he has finally built a Nexus in a very odd spot. That is quite odd. That is very, very odd. However, here come the Zealots. The Zealots are actually pushing in. This is something they should have been doing a long, long time ago. And only now they're finally doing. The problem is they're doing it right into the path of these siege tanks who just love Zealots. Siege tanks, all siege up, love Zealots. And with that massive cleanout, Sergeant Cooper has decided he's had enough. He's thrown the Zealots away. He has no resources. And it's over. And with that done, the army will go straight up the front door and exact some long overdue revenge. This proxy will fall. It will fall in its entirety. I'm not sure why he quit there. I mean, he had plenty of probes. He could easily have transferred them over to this base. Maybe he finally realized, the proxy was just not going to work. Regardless, the pylons are down. This little base will soon be completely obliterated. I will, I think, finally be able to expand here as Eolan's ball of Marines, cleans that up. Oh, unfortunately, there are 3 targets from Mirage. He still has money. He still has production. And all these probes are mining for him now. And he has carriers, which means this match is not over. Carriers are still here. Of course, I am still here. I am still mining. High-tech auto-tracking is finally done. Level 1 weapons are the way. We're finally getting level 1 weapons. Yay! And Eolan has completely mined out the high-yield expansion, which I would assume means he's got a planetary here to defend against those Zealots. I assume this means, yes, he does indeed take the command center up there to get himself another mining base. I expand to the far side, getting one where I suspect they will not be looking. And the army moves out and rallies at the Zelnaga Watchtower. This Void Ray is still alive. It has not moved. It has 7 kills. It has a mentor. It has 111 upgrades. It's full shields, but I would still not bet on fighting against these missile turrets. I'm still thinking missile turrets win this fight. Meanwhile, the army scouting out now finds the Nexus. Finds that this army has been supply blocked rather severely, and it's about to get worse. Down goes the Nexus. Down go the probes. Oh dear, it's just all horrible. It's all horrible. 92 supply though. For Mirage, he knows what's what. And I make sure those probes die a painful death. Revenge has been enacted. I also look over here and I see, good, there is no other base I can see if they expand to that point, and I will as soon as I am done building. There are the scans revealing there is nothing there and there's nothing there. So we're feeling pretty good. It does reveal this pylon. And meanwhile, Eolan's ball of Marines has moved out and he's discovered the carriers. The carriers have arrived out from the Zealots, and with no micro, Zealots are probably going to munch the Marines with the always wonderful carriers fighting back up, which means the Marines will need to focus down the carriers. And unfortunately, with just so many of them, there's the stim a little bit late though. One carrier does fall, but with all his stuff on the high ground there, the Marauders and the siege tanks only able to put down 1 cannon, 2 cannons. The stack defenses are at least done, but there's so much beef there and so many carriers. These carriers have actually wiped the floor clean, but never count out Eolan when he has his mind set on battlecruisers. 5 starports, count them, 5, all tech labs. Does it mean he throws the tech? Sort of a tech. It's a tech lob, ladies and gentlemen. 5 tech labs, which means you can get 5 battlecruisers at a time. He's got both the behemoth reactor and the weapon refit for the Emoto cannon going at the same time. Well, he cancels the upgrade there and goes for a tech lab, getting more Thors, it would look like. Meanwhile, out come the interceptors. Out come more interceptors. Down goes that SCV, and suddenly we have a problem here. These carriers going right into there. Oh no, carriers have overdone it. 1 Tempest backing up with carriers. You done goofed here. You done goofed here, carriers. Because now you are in range of my missile turrets. My missile turrets are not happy. Finally, down goes one of those missile turrets. Bunkers can salvage. Missile turret targets the wrong one, but the Marines will focus down that carrier. Oh, with 2 hit points, it survives. That 1 point of Protoss armor plating saving the day here as the Tempest goes down on the battlecruiser, and suddenly, Mirage single-handedly managed to cripple our efforts defending this proxy and win this. Well, he may. We're not for the fact that I am rapidly building everything that I can get my hands on. I have mining bases galore, and I can still pump out units. And indeed, these Tempests are now facing off against Marines that are rather upset in close range and know how to kill Tempests. Tempests, great unit, but when you get in close enough to hit them, suddenly, things aren't so good. Down goes the Tempest. Counterattack here by, my one Marauder doesn't get very far, and away go the probes. These are the old Sergeant Cooper probes to mine the high yield expansion. So why not? Meanwhile, the carriers doing a fantastic job here. Absolutely ripping apart our infrastructure. Going for the SCVs. Now, this SCVs try and keep this planetary alive. The missile turrets coming online at just the right nick of time here. Barely keeping the army alive. Oh, clutch missile turrets. And look at that. Here are the battlecruisers. Guido mines as well. Mixing with battlecruisers is not a bad idea, all things considered. And Mirage decides he's had enough. He realizes now it is not worth it. It is just not worth it. He had some money. But he was completely mined out. All their main base sites were mined out. They were forced to long-distance mine from the high yield. And Mirage and Sergeant Cooper just could not make their crazy proxy 7-gate all-zealot rush work. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Just another little slice of my life in Silver League. Technically 2v2 bronze, but I'm still Silver Leaguer, so it counts. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you like what you've seen, please be sure to subscribe, watch, follow, like, share these videos hosted on youtube.ca/steelswords. Of course, I record all of these episodes live on twitch.tv/Rituro. And of course, you can reach out to me on Twitter at @ThatRituroGuy. Once again, my name is Rituro. This is my life in Silver League. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.